In this video, we're going to talk about your customer identity and that there are two different types of identities your customers can exist in. And this is all in support of our story supply messaging framework. So let's get into it. This is a way to help you more clearly understand your customer, to know how to talk with them and know what place and zone that they're in. So if you want to confidently understand your customers and better serve them to grow your business, then let's understand these two identities. And it also comes back to this whole idea of story. In every effective and emotional, impactful story, there are always two types of people: a protagonist, the hero, and an antagonist, the villain. So first off, the villain identity, let's get into that. Your customers often fit inside the villain identity. Let's get this out of the way. The villain identity is not to imply that your customers are evil or bad in any means. It just means they're in a place that invites transformation. So this is a place, when they're in this villain identity, they're in this place of a struggling customer. They're not experiencing the solution that you can offer. And ultimately, they are the villain to their story of success. So oftentimes when someone exists here, this means they lack belief in themselves, or that there's a product or service available to help them solve a specific problem or problems that they have. Or they often believe in industry myths that keep them stuck. Like, oh, I need to create all the content in the world to get all the visibility in the world, when you could do that without actually speaking to the right type of customer. Or they may have hidden objections that keep them from buying. Another thing to keep in mind is that the villain identity of your customer base or your audience may also be the customers who are not the right fit. Because when you can describe and understand the bad fit customers, then you know how not to speak to your audience. Because think of your audience right now. You may have mom or dad there, right? Or different family members who are never going to buy from your business. And so they're not a good fit customer. So they're kind of in that villain identity. They don't fit within the audience. It doesn't mean they shouldn't follow you. And it's great that they follow you, but you definitely want to narrow in on, hey, how can I attract the right fit customers and then repel the wrong fit ones? And so that comes down to getting clear on the villain identity and describing what the characteristics are, which we'll get into in just one moment. Then there's the hero identity. This is the opposite to the villain identity. And this is the perfect fit customer who embodies the perfect person or business that you can serve the best. So you need to make sure that you can give this hero identity, this character, a name, a face, and a story that brings them to life. You may use a case study of yourself if you're a best fit hero identity or customer, or it may be someone you've worked with that were the perfect fit to your business. And this helps guide your understanding of your customer in a way that makes them truly the hero of your brand story that you're helping them live. So this is going to be best served by breaking down the details of your brand story, but also these two identities for both the villain and the hero. And to do that, you want to make sure you first cover the goals and the values that your villain has, which don't align, by the way, to your brand vision and your mission and the movement of people you're looking to invite, so the hero. So write down the goals, values, and dreams of your perfect heroic customer below. And we want to make sure, again, that we start with the villain. Understand who you don't want to attract. And you can describe these people in detail to be like, hey, I don't want to attract the naysayers or the people who are the negative Nancys of the world, or I don't want to attract people who are blue collar workers because I need to attract these people over here. Again, the hero and the villain, these two differing identities speak to both who you want to attract and who you don't want to attract. But also within this villain identity, this is the struggling client profile, customer profile of eventually your perfect fit customer. So anyone who's not a hero is a villain. There's this contrast, this black and white comparison, this binary comparison of these two types of identities. So anyone who doesn't fit into the hero identity and embody those characteristics that are the perfect fit customer, you need to help bring people into owning that new identity. For us, we call people visionaries because that's that identity. Is once people know and identify as a visionary, they can start to take ownership over that identity and what that means and as how we define it. So again, communicate what are their dreams, what do they want to accomplish, what keeps them up at night, which more speaks to some more of this information that we want to break down further below. Information discovery, write down for both the hero and the villain. Actually, I would focus primarily on the hero over here because you want to understand who you don't want to attract and where they're currently at and the struggles, but you also get into that over here underneath the hero identity. You want to write down how your ideal customer finds their sources for information. This is social media. This is networking events. This is where they spend their time, where they congregate. And you want to make sure you can know where they spend their time so you can get the attention of them wherever they may be, virtually or in person. Then characteristics, describe your perfect fit customer, your hero, by giving them a name. It could be a fake name or a name of a current customer, an age, a gender, a location, family dynamics. Are they married? Do they have children? Food preferences, entertainment preferences. Describe them in detail so that way you know, hey, they love donuts. So on National Donut Day, we're going to definitely target them or give away free donuts. So understanding that way is powerful. And then getting into these particularly powerful ones from a messaging standpoint with their problems and their challenges. What's keeping them stuck? What's keeping them in this villain identity before they become the hero identity? Then speak to the objections. What are they thinking or saying that keep them from buying your products or services? Again, this is a place that they are struggling in, an identity that is keeping them stuck. This villain identity that doesn't make them the perfect fit to someone who can be successful with your business yet. It doesn't mean you can't guide them to that success. And that's why we're speaking to these two different identities. We want to invite our customers to transform from the villain to the hero, and that becomes the ultimate brand story that we're helping them live. And then beliefs. This is where we write the new beliefs and perspectives that your heroes need to be successful. So as we invite them, taking the first step in this story, we want to invite them to immediately embody this new belief that, hey, I am this hero identity. I am this visionary. And in being this visionary, this is how I think. This is how I believe. This is how I act. And this guides the understanding of how to talk about their problems and their challenges, their beliefs further. And in doing this, you have further shown your understanding of your customers, clarified your brand messaging, and become a more powerful brand leader and authority in your space because you clearly understand how to tell your brand story in a way that makes it about your customers. So in doing this, this also gives you a simple yet powerful customer identity or customer profile to know how to talk about your customers in a simple yet powerful way. Once you have this complete, share this with us in the comments area below. Let us know of any questions, and we look forward to further supporting you as you clarify your brand messaging.